us clearly?
There you go.
Can y'all hear us clearly?
Can y'all hear us now?
Can y'all hear us now?
It should be good.
Can you hear us now? All right. Hey, Mocha Brown. Hey, Angela D. Payne. If y'all can hear us now, let us know. Let us know if you can hear us now. Let me see. Clear? Okay. There we go. Clear. Oh, well. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on then. Let's pack your bags and let's go home to Africa. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Come with us to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Did y'all hear about it? Did y'all hear about the good news? Y'all didn't hear about the good news? Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. I am WUNAM, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer.
And I am Brother ADINKRA, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer.
And I'm kind of hot up in here a little bit, y'all. But anyway, the good news is Africa is opening the doors to the world, right? To the world. So if you want to go over to Africa, go get your passport and come on home to Africa. A lot of people used to say, you know, a lot of my brothers say, I ain't going to Africa. I'm not from Africa. I came right here. I was on this land first. You know, the ones who are consciously aware, you know, about, you know, us being first on this land, because it wasn't Columbus who discovered America. Y'all know that, right? Ivan Van Sertima wrote a book before Columbus. You know what I mean? She comes before Columbus telling you how Africans walked the land of America first. So there you have it. But if you see the title of the show, y'all see the title of the show? Let me go to my Facebook page. And we got YouTube. Hey, YouTube.
Peace and blessings, family on YouTube. Let me see who all on here tonight. Who we got? We got the Large Professor. What's up, Large Professor? Thank you, Large Professor, for letting us know you couldn't hear. Okay, can't hear. Good now.
All right, y'all good now? Okay, let me turn
clear.
This down.
All right, we got the Large Professor. We got JJ97. All
hey,
good.
JJ97.
Black Star 442. Miss Erica, how you doing? Peace and blessings. Y'all put your name in the chat, those who are watching, so we could shout y'all out.
Deco, I think there's maybe about a 30-day delay on the passports from what we heard at the post office, right?
Yeah,
like a 30-day delay, but that don't mean you still shouldn't get them. Get your passports and go home to Africa, okay? Now, we're saying that, family. First of all, I want to talk about, because, you know, I seen something today.
Peace and blessings of ADINKRA Moss.
Indigra Moss.
ADINKRA. What? Indigra? I always say her name wrong.
Hey, Phoebe, tell him to get it right. Tell him to get it right. All right, y'all. Y'all see what I got right here? I got some coffee. It's peppermint mocha coffee with whipped cream. That's right, y'all. One of my favorite things. All right, but anyway, today we seen an article, and the article says that they were allowing, which was it, a certain state, in the state where they were allowing felons to vote.
I think it was Florida.
Was it Florida?
Yeah. I think it was Florida. They were letting the felons vote. Some states felons can vote anyway.
Let me say it again. Felons can now vote. Now, if they're good enough to vote, shouldn't they be good enough to get everything else? Because a lot of times, you know, Jim Crow laws, you know, if y'all haven't read this book, I think her name is Michelle, I can't remember her name. I think I had her on my radio show years ago. But felons weren't allowed to do a lot of things. You couldn't live in the house with your woman if she was on Section 8. You can't get food stamps if you're a felon, okay? There's a lot of things felons couldn't do. But now they're allowed to vote. Wow. Ain't that something? Well,
they need to allow them to be able to live in apartments then. If they turning their life around and they got a regular job, a regular 9 to 5, they should be allowed to live in an apartment. Some of them can't even live in an apartment.
Exactly, because they are felons. Because they're felons.
That's when you really gotta. A lot of people, when you have felonies, you gotta either find a way to make it on your own without breaking the law, because you don't want to go back to that place. You know. Now, my uncle. He got he got accused of robbing a a convenience store in the hood in Houston, and he did 10 years. And I know he didn't rob the store because my cousin, they were together, and they was in my aunt's house, and they walked down through the neighborhood to go to the store, and the store had just got robbed, and the police said he looked like the guy. When they looked at the camera.
So he had to do 10 years. They never found out he was innocent. They didn't find the one who robbed him.
He didn't have no money to fight the case.
That's some bullshit.
He didn't have no money to fight the case.
Some bullshit. That's ridiculous. That don't make no kind of damn sense.
When he got out, he applied for jobs. Every day I would call him. I would talk to him. What you doing? I was applying for jobs. He applied for jobs for 2 whole years before he actually somebody gave him a job.
Yeah. See, that's some bullshit. Now, Ira Day says they come out with skills. My cousin began his own construction business. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very true. They come out with skills, but I mean, that's sad. I don't like to hear that because it makes me think about how many brothers. I used to, when I had my consulting business years ago, I used to be a part of it was the Georgia Better Innocent Bureau and the one in New York where there was a team of lawyers that would get together and they would actually get innocent men out, and majority of them were black, okay? So when I hear stuff like that, it makes me angry, all right? And last week when we was on here, y'all, we told y'all about the movie The 24. If you have not seen The 24, you don't know about The 24, go see it. Everything in my spirit knew that movie was going to be good, okay?
You want to give them a small little rundown without giving it away?
Yeah, without giving away. Go ahead.
Well, the 24 is actually, it happened, and it's based on a race riot that happened in 1917 in Houston, Texas. And when I began to do the research on it, that it ended up being one of the only race riots that happened where more Caucasian people were killed than black people. Now, of course, you know, they tell the story like, you know, everything was unprovoked, but I'm pretty sure Spirit showed me it was more deeper than that. The police were harassing the black people and they were getting away with a lot of stuff. And so these soldiers that were trained in combat, some of them had already been to war overseas, and they went and pretty much dealt with them. Well, one guy had been overseas. He had been trained, military trained, and stuff like that. And they were trying to get sent. They were trying to get sent to war, but they didn't want to send them because they were black. Now I don't know. To me, it takes a special kind of black person to go through all the things that they went through and still want to fight for this country. Because I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could fight for a country that's doing what they're still doing today to us. I couldn't fight for a country for that. You know, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to fight. But a lot of black men did.
See, I want to get to the nitty gritty of the whole thing, y'all. Because the problem is, all these movies coming back out. Now, see me, I was the one who would say, I don't want to watch that shit. I don't want to watch no slavery shit because it made me mad. I'm not even going to lie. It would make me so angry. I want to go beat up white people for nothing. And I have white people that I know and white friends, right? But it would make me so angry. So I would stay away from watching. It took me all them years to watch the Django. I'm not even going to lie, y'all. I was not feeling it, okay? But when these two came on,
the Django was the truth.
Right, yeah. So
I like the Django.
No, but I'm talking about y'all. This one called The Emperor. That one was good, right?
Yeah, the Emperor.
And the one that we watched, The 24, where now they're showing how, as much as we thought in the past, you know, because all the slave movies always show the black people afraid and scared and everything else, except for Mississippi Burning, right? Let me tell y'all something. They're showing how they're getting their asses back. When y'all see this movie, y'all gonna be like, wow. You see what I'm saying? And there's a spiritual side to it. See, the reason we're talking about it because there's a spiritual side to it that we have to pay attention to. And the spiritual side of that is, why now are they showing in these new movies that black people were not afraid and fighting back? Because in most of them, you didn't see that.
Yeah, but when you start studying history, you find out it was over 2,000 slave revolts. So black people wasn't going for that stuff. So it happened in pockets all throughout the country. So I don't know, you know, I think it's more of a propaganda to implant that into the mind of your
subconscious
children,
mind, right.
And your children. And you know, Large Professor, he brings up antebellum, But the thing about Antebellum, I noticed in the mainstream media, they've been really shitting on Antebellum,
really?
saying it's not a good movie, don't go watch it. But in the black outlets and on Facebook and other places where black people talk about it, they have seen it, they say it's a great movie.
Oh, really?
But and then in one mainstream outlet, I read that they said it's too it's like too black. It's like it's too white. It's too they aim too much at the white supremacy aspect of it in this movie.
In Antebellum?
In Antebellum.
Okay. Well, see, this is why I wanted to watch it, but I wasn't paying no goddamn $20 to watch it at home.
to watch it.
I'll wait till it
early
comes down to $5.
get early access to it. You gotta pay $20 to watch it.
That's
online.
right. So I don't know about all that, but at the end of the day, again, why is it now? What's the spiritual aspect of that? Okay, because as we know, a lot of people are waking up spiritual. Now, if y'all notice, I entitled the video. Let me go back and look, y'all. Right. Because the spiritual vault has spookism become the norm. And the reason I call it spookism because years ago.
I'll get them thumbs up.
Years
Hit them
ago,
like button.
when Nicky Love was on Blog Talk Radio talking about all of the spiritual stuff, right? We had the Fifth Dimension show. We had Delbert Blair on the show. We had our brother James Smalls on the show. Even our elder, because he's an elder to me, right? So our elder, and we were talking about the traditional, ways of life, because I think James Smalls is Yoruba. I had him come on the show. We did 2 nice shows on that. We had Delbert Blair talking about the alien and the cosmos. I mean, we had some great shows back then. We had a lot of spiritual shows, but they kept saying in the so-called conscious community, oh, y'all spooked out. Oh, Nicky Love, you believe the pyramids were moved by, magic? Y'all spooked out. They called it spookism out the door. I remember we had a debate. I think it was Brother Seti that was on the show. And he did come back and he apologized. So I got the utmost respect for my brother. Because he argued me down about the ancestors. This is back almost 8 years ago, y'all. Now everybody and their goddamn mother is talking about, I'm on my spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. I'm on my spiritual journey now, right? Talking about the ancestors, talking about the chakras and the spiritual, and talking to the trees. I've been talking about this shit for over 10 years now, right? But back then, Nicky Love was spooked the hell out. Nicky Love was spooky. Oh, ow. Why they used to say, why the ancestors ain't stopping police brutality? Why this ain't happening? Why that ain't happening? Look now. You got everybody and their mother talking about spirituality. You got everybody and your mother talking about ancestors. Everybody and their mother's waking up. See, the ancestors, see how y'all don't believe me, my brothers in the so-called conscious community. When I told y'all, the ancestors, Marcus Garvey said, I'm coming back in the whirlwind. And what he said? He said, I'm coming back, but he didn't tell you who was bringing 1 million ancestors. I told y'all the ancestors was coming from left, right, north, and south, from under the seats, from top of the cosmos. And now y'all see. Everybody's waking up.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody's conscious now. Even the people that said they wasn't spiritual. Everybody in the conscious community that used to make fun of it, calling people tree huggers and all of that.
Right. Oh yeah, you crazy because you talking to a tree. You got schizophrenia? Oh, you crazy, Nicola. Okay. Y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna see. Okay, so yeah.
JJ97 says, what do you think about December 21st, 2020 prophecy? I hope that ain't another Christian prophecy, because every year they got it. Every 2 years they say the world's gonna end.
Well, let me say this, y'all. I think one of my daughter-in-law brought it up to me. Everybody keeps talking about December 21st. Is the world gonna end? Can y'all elaborate a little bit more on that to me? What are they saying? What exactly are they saying? Because I haven't gotten a chance to go look up what they're talking about.
Everybody's correcting you also. They keep saying it was Brother Unc.
Nah, it was him and Brother... I remember it was Seti and Brother Unc. It was Seti and Brother Unc. Yes, it was. And I remember that show, and Seti argued me down about the ancestors, but he did come back and apologize, so I got utmost respect for that. But it was Brother Unc and Seti. But it was Seti who was telling me that I was spooked out. But yet and still you talking about African power. How you going to believe in Africa and be in Africa and not believe in African traditional ways? Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it was both of them. Okay, but it was Seti who was going back and forth with me. All right.
Let me see what we got. Cheryl Zachary says, hello, Miss Love and her husband. I'm glad I caught you on YouTube.
I want to shout out to Barbara Starks, who ran into us at the crystal shop today. She was like, oh, hey. And I'm like, who are you? She said, I text you. Okay, recall, remember. Oh, you watch us on YouTube, on Facebook. It was nice meeting her and her two beautiful children, y'all. Really lovely woman. Very good spirit, because, I read people as I see them. Very good spirit, and I love the babies. The babies, I love the kids anyway. So her kids very well mannered and very spiritual. Kids very spiritual. And they're helping mommy get what she need to get, but your kids are spiritual, Barbara.
Chief Shango says, Nikki been 100 forever.
But now Chief Shango, back then they said I was spooked out. I was crazy. Because I'm talking to the ancestors. I'm doing readings. I'm doing rituals. Oh, you crazy. Really? And even when I bought out Elder James Smalls, let me tell y'all something. He did a very, very good show, and he broke down the aspects of each Orisa, or Orisha as you all call them, and what they meant to us. And even though James Small said it's about he said it's about the food, clothing, and shelter, he still didn't negate the spiritual aspect of it, because James Small is an elder priest. You know what I mean? And I got the utmost respect for him. So with saying that, I had some really good people on the show. I had Delbert Blair. I had a lot of scholars on that. Remember Annie. I've had, Francis Cress Wilson, Neely Fuller. I mean, I had a lot of scholars on the show. Okay, Steve Stokely. Before he did it, I think he did his last show with me. So I mean, I had a lot of, and back then we was spooked out. Now everybody and their mother's doing video shows about spirituality.
Yeah, a lot of people were ashamed or didn't want to let people know that they were into the African spirituality. Now everybody and their mamas, not everybody and their mamas a professional telling you about
what y'all doing
and Obatala and everything else.
But what's crazy, y'all, is that and I knew ancestors showed me a long time ago. A lot of us are waking up. It's time for people to wake up, because we're going through a transformation. I don't give a goddamn if you're black, white, yellow, green, whatever. The human race is going through a major transformation, including every species on this planet and in the cosmos. Okay? So let's not get confused. And see, our people, right now, let me tell y'all something. We went to the Christian shop yesterday. A lot of people shop there. It's black. It's white owned, but a lot of black people going there, and they're coming in by the masses, and I'm not exaggerating. That's because they're waking up. A lot of them are not aware of their African traditions or their lineages, so they're starting with that form of what they think is magic. You understand? Buying crystals. Although crystals are very powerful and used in many traditions as well.
A lot of black people are into Wiccan, which is, to me, is kind of surprising. I feel like you should be more into your own.
Well, they don't know. They don't know. I mean, that's where we come in at. And when the ancestors want them to learn, they will send them to us to teach them about their tradition. Although we do know Wiccan is derived from African traditions.
Yeah, because they use a lot. They use ISIS and they use a lot of the Kemetic gods and stuff like that.
Right, until they learn the truth.
Mm-hmm. And Large Professor says, I had a prophet prophesied over me today. They said I had the spirit of a bishop on me. They told me that when I was young too. They said that a prophet told my mom that I was going to be a great man of God.
Well, I guess they tell everybody that that's spiritual, because they told me I was going to be a pastor and I'm supposed to be a preacher. Now, my father's side, my grandmother was a preacher. She owned her own church in Mount Olive, North Carolina. Spiritual, did exorcisms and all that too. And then my mother's side, the African side, did traditional medicine, did all that spiritual stuff too. But one was a Christian, one was traditional, one was Christians. There was no difference, y'all. So I got power from both sides. And then my granddaddy, my great-granddaddy was a medicine, what they called a medicine man. Right? That's on my father's side. So my father's side was spiritual in a sense, whereas, they did it in a total different way. Christianity on top of, my great-grandfather being this medicine man. He traveled all over. And then my mother's side being African, traditional, doing the same thing. So.
Okay, this is what JJ97 says. He says, the old world will end and the new world will come about. 144,000 people will ascend. Everyone who isn't on an alkaline diet will not make it because of the gamma rays, and the whites will be destroyed by other higher beings and us. That is what's trending on the conscious community. Laugh out loud.
On the conscious community, so no other race will make it but black folk.
But black people.
And if we're not on an alkaline diet, we will.
Does that even make sense?
Now, what I was told by the spirit of the ancestors, my brother JJ, that the 144,000 were going to be the indigenous ones to the lands, right? And that the 144,000 was going to be responsible for assisting in the spiritual transformation that is taking place during this 920 year transformation, beginning of the end, okay? End of the beginning. And we're at the beginning of the end of the beginning, whatever you want to, however you want to put it. So it's time for humanity to go through another evolutionary process physically, okay? Which means we're becoming more lighter beings. Alkaline, yes, it's true, but it's happening naturally. We're not liking certain foods. Certain foods we're craving. Let me tell you something. Whoever shall have created us,
we're going to be forced to change our
it's going to happen right. It's happening naturally. We ain't got to do nothing but go with the flow, embrace the energy, and don't try to fight it.
Miss Erica says, I started seeing crystals in Marshalls and Ross and other stores. Yeah, a lot of stores, I've been noticing that too. A lot of stores that wasn't selling crystals are now selling crystals. I think I even seen some...
Hobby Lobby.
Seen some in Hobby Lobby. I seen some in... actually, I'm starting to see stuff in Walmart too. I seen a...
crystals on Walmart? Well, that coffee made me hot.
No, it wasn't crystals. It was something that I never see. It was you starting to see like Wiccan stuff in Walmart.
Like what?
Like you starting to see like the incense holders and a lot of that stuff. They making it more Wiccan-ish. I'll show you next time we go there. I'm gonna show you.
I need y'all to elaborate on what they're talking about. The world ended in December 21st, so we can read it for y'all. That's what we do. We're welcoming you to the spiritual vault. The spiritual vault, we see what we can see spiritually for y'all. So come on with the questions. I astral projected last night and have been dreaming a lot lately. Neighbor Jones. So you astral projected. Where'd you astral project to? Where? Tell me where. Hey, Grace and Holly. They come out with skills. Okay, Florida. Okay. Okay, come on, because y'all know Facebook don't get your questions right away. So come on. It was a good story. I just didn't like the way it was written. What's a good soul family, Neighbor John? Okay. Thank you. They love you too. No more black people dying first in some movies.
That's because a lot of black people are making their own movies and producing their own movies.
All right. All right.
M. Brooks says, I was thinking I think she meant spiritual crystal trend started for a lot of people until they found out their spiritual path and what they were supposed to do.
You know what, Mia? You're right. You're right.
And ADINKRA says, here in Wisconsin, they found a brain and herbs and ancestor money at the lakefront. The police were investigating to find out if it was a human brain, which it wasn't. I mean,
what was it? An animal, like a dog or something?
It was some kind of brain, and they put herbs and all of that shit up there, and they was trying to figure out what kind. Because they found it at the lakefront. They was doing some kind of ritual to the probably the woman or the old lady at the lake. Remember you was telling me about the lady you saw at the lake when we went to out there. It was the white lady or whatever you said, the old lady of the lake or something like that.
Oh, the lady of the lake, yeah, and Lake Lanier, the cursed lake. All right, y'all. Okay,
it is spirits in that lake, so y'all get y'all butt in there and start swimming if y'all want to.
All right, so are y'all gonna elaborate? Okay, Ira Day says, hold on, no, she didn't. Okay, see, Facebook playing around. See, Facebook ain't giving me they better leave that alone. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Barbara. Don't touch it. Don't touch it at all. Whatever ritual was done for it, there was some serious ritual because they used something's brain. Okay? So you're right about that. All right. So are y'all going to give us elaboration on the what's going on? Okay. Neighbor Jones says, I went to a big, huge, dark building and started to train with my astral body. I then went outside and tried to fly up to the stars, but didn't get high enough. Then came down. I then began to meditate and come back to my body and woke up.
Life's Journey says a whole black city is under Lake Lanier. Yeah, that's what, when we did the research, that's what we found. They say a lot of people, some people couldn't get out because they wasn't able to walk or get out on their own, and they didn't have family. Some people were like wheelchair stricken and stuff like that, or bedridden, and they couldn't get out, and when they flooded the town, they just drowned.
All right. Okay.
It's not good when they do stuff like that, because a lot of people.
How the hell he get up here?
Because she probably put him outside.
He's up here. Who's telling you something? Huh? Who's telling you something?
No, I said he kept barking and I was trying to...
What kind of animal was it, Indigra? I said, Indigra. I said Indigra. Indigra.
Hold on. Indigra.
Indigra.
Hold on. Y'all hold on for a minute. Hold on,
you
y'all.
finna let him in through here?
Yeah.
You gonna pick him up? Or you should just let me do it. Alright.
Oh, he went downstairs.
He went back downstairs. He gonna get scared. But yeah, family, so what's going on with that? Put it in the chat if y'all got any opinions about that, the world ending, what is it supposed to be? Or is it what or was it just what JJ said, JJ97 said?
What happened?
Now I'm asking them about the the world ending or whatever.
Y'all boring tonight. Y'all better come with some questions. Because I could be in the bed working on other things. So y'all better come with some questions. And I'm hot too. All right, y'all. Oh, yeah. Y'all watch out. There's a what they call a zombie hurricane supposed to be coming, y'all.
A zombie hurricane?
Zombie, the name of the hurricane is Pauline. Okay? Now, some of y'all been lucky. But one of them's coming through here to tear some stuff up. Don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Okay?
Cheryl Zachary says, I'm not able to be around lake water. Tries to pull me, so I stay away from it. So say the water try to pull her in, so she stay away from it.
Who?
Cheryl Zachary.
Cheryl Zachary, yeah, you got to be careful. That water's no joke. And let me tell y'all something. Have y'all noticed?
They try to put me out to the sea every time we go now.
Yeah, we go to the sea. They be trying to. I'll be like, you go if you want to, because I'm not going over there. I stay right where my feet is at. And then if I don't want to get pulled, I'll go back further and bring the water to me. You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all. The water, have you all noticed the energy of the rise in mermaids again? A couple of months ago, it was up. All you kept seeing was mermaids in the store. Now it's coming back up again. Pay attention that's the energy of the sea, of the water rising. They're coming out. See, remember, because we are in the age of Aquarius and the water bearer, we're going to see a lot of flooding, a lot more water coming through. So with saying that, don't be surprised. The energy of the water goddesses is rising. So if you're dealing with any of them, some people deal with Yemoja, Yameya, or Mami Water, and there's more, because there's other traditions in Africa. Ours is Kianda. Then you want to make sure that you feed your water deities. Make sure you treat them good.
That's right.
And do right by them. We got a whole bottle of seawater right here. We went down. We had to go drive 10 hours. I'm exaggerating, y'all, but we drive forever to get some seawater to give to the deities. And there's a rise up of the goddess Mermaid Energy.
Yeah, Yeah, I was gonna say feed them, but I also feed the the spirits that are over the wind and thunder and lightning too, because that's coming around too a lot.
Well, yeah, you gotta feed them too. And that is for most of you know Oya or Sango, but then there's Amariaho, there's Nzaza. From different tribes, is different type of thunder and lightning gods. So if you're familiar with other tribes, which I think you all should get and be knowledgeable in, because I like to say always add to your knowledge data bank, then you'll learn other ones. Because everybody I know, poor Sango and Ogun and Oya and Osun, and they all got to be worn out, drained out, and every goddamn thing else, okay? So, I mean, Africans in America, because you have a lineage that's mixed up, you really should learn about other tribal gods as well. A lot of people don't know. If you're from Nigeria, Igbo, a lot of the traditions, their god is Chugo. Their thunder god is, thunder lightning god is Amariaho, okay? But anyway, family, do make sure you take care of your gods.
A lot of people are picking up that mermaid energy, like you said. M. Brooks says, when I was in Florida during the hurricane, I thought I saw a white figure come out of the water and walk on the sand. It was like a white figure and turned from the waves into a tall white figure. You know, I believe that, because when we was out in Florida, I swear I seen in the distance, we were at the pier, I seen a head pop up out of the water and then go back in, and I was like, did you see that? Did you see that? It was, and it looked like it had hair on its head. I don't know, it could have been a fish, but I swear I saw a damn head pop out of the water when we was in Florida.
Didn't I tell you, what's that saying you always say?
What?
What's the saying you always say? If I tell you this, remember it's not going to If I tell you, huh?
Every time we,
if I tell you there's cities under the sea and there's mermaids, then what that mean?
Now, this is what I always tell her when we go back. If I tell her something and then she argue me down and it be fact, I'd be like, if I told you that a duck could pull a truck, you hook that motherfucker up. So that's what I always tell her. So
and that's why I just got his ass up. If I told you there's some goddamn cities under the sea and bodies and you know, beings under that sea, you better listen to me, goddammit. All right, Angela says, I just looked up December 21st, 20, and it said that it's supposed to be a shift in the matrix or shortage of food, and that we're going from 3D to 5D. My first time hearing about it. So we're going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, but some of us already are in the seventh dimension. I don't know how true that is. You know, at the end of the day, shortage of food.
They've been saying it for a while.
Yeah, they've been saying it for a while. And my suggestion is that, you know, I'm going to say this, y'all. I don't see that. I don't see it spiritually. I feel like, you know, they're going to try to, you know, kind of act out the Bible and the Revelations and all that good stuff, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And as far as us going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, if that's the case, I must be in the goddamn 10th dimension, because back in 2015 and 14, I was doing a show called The Fifth Dimension with Dr. Double Blair, okay? We were talking about it back then. Actually, it might have been longer than that. So we was in the fifth dimension. Everybody's going through their transformation at different times, right? Some people are evolving quicker than others. And when I say evolve, not in the sense where you think you're turning from a goddamn monkey to a goddamn human being, because all that shit was bullshit. It's just that the physical body is going through another stage, okay? At one time you had giants, right? Now you got the average man. We might be coming back to be giants again, you know what I mean? So the body is going through that change. The physical body is changing along with every species on this planet. Every species, even in the cosmos, even the beings from other planets are changing too. Okay? This has to take place.
Antonio Floyd, peace and blessings. Indigra says they said it was. She said they didn't say what kind of brain it was on the lakefront, but she said Spirit told her it was a pig.
Okay, so they were doing a ritual with a pig brain. Okay, all right.
It's a lot of people do a lot of rituals with like the body parts.
Yeah, the body parts of the pigs, body parts of the chicken, the body parts of the goat, body parts of the cow. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And that sounds like to me, okay, they took a pig's brain and did it. That sounds more like some Wiccan stuff to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
With
like some
herbs on
Wiccan.
top of the brain.
Yeah, the herbs on top of the brain and the ancestor money. All that. That sounds like some Wiccan stuff to me. I don't know all about that.
Ertalina says, I dreamt someone was making me a dress, but in the end, it ended up being looking like a mermaid tail.
Really? You know, let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, if you're attracted to water, it could be that in one of your past lives you might have been a mermaid. Okay?
Chief Shango says, do y'all take chlorophyll?
Chief Shango, I have powdered chlorophyll in the cabinet. Have I taken it? No. I got enough herbs to fill your house, my house, and everybody else's houses in the world. I got so much herbs, it's like, you know, I start thinking it's a waste of time. Find one herb that does everything you need it to do. But we have chlorophyll. We got, what's the other one? What starts with an S. Spirulina. We got all of that. Moringa. We got all of that. If I go in my cabinet right now, I'll show you. We got everything.
Oh yeah, you know what's call it? The large professor said Jason Voorhees. That actually, you just reminded me we're at the end of the Jason months. Well, October would be almost at the end. November is the end of the Jason months where they start doing heavy like sacrifices. And you know what? I haven't seen any big sacrifices lately. Like usually, at one point in time, they was doing something ever since 9/11. There was some big massacre or something like that. You know what they have to do for the Jason months. I haven't seen nothing like that.
Hotep, Reginald. Hotep, how are you? All right, y'all, come with some questions, because, you know, I could be doing other things. We came on here to keep y'all entertained. All right. Hey, Reginald, did you just throw up the black power sign? The black power sign? You know how I feel about that. You know how I feel about that. Do I have to go on a rampage about that? All right, Reginald, goes like this. I refuse to say black power. You know why? Because I am power. So that means I'm not going to be like the white supremacist that has to prove that I'm superior than someone else. Because when you walk in power and you know your power, you ain't got to do that. All you got to do is walk with your head held up high and let it be known that you are power. So for me to go around black power, I don't have to prove to nobody. Nobody. I remember my brother Sarnetta was like, Nicky love, but it's the point, but you're not understanding. Because when we give them our energy, then it takes off of what we need to do over here, away from us, our people, okay? So I'm not going to give you my energy. I'm not walking around saying black power because I am power, okay? At the end of the day, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Our skin color, our melanin speaks for itself. That's why we're probably the most hated race in the world. You can go to Spain and they don't like the darker skinned Spaniards. You can go to Puerto Rico, they don't like the darker skin. The Cubans don't like the darker skin. So what does that tell you? And that's all over the world. What does that tell you? We got to be the most powerful with the most hated. Okay? So with saying that, all you got to do is hold your head up. What? Nah. That's what I have to say about it, Reginald.
M. Brooks says, so the media is talking about voting this, voting that. That every time I go on Facebook or Instagram, they're asking me to about voting, register to vote in your state and all of this stuff. Like they really trying to I don't know. It seems like they mostly targeting the black people because of the whole Trump thing.
The whole Trump thing. Well, see, excuse me, y'all. I'm not voting. It's against my religion.
The warrior.
It's against my traditional way. I am indigenous to the land.
Warrior of the light say, I keep telling people your vote doesn't count. Because if it did, they would have never allowed us to vote.
You know, honestly speaking, it really is against my indigenous living way of life, right? So I don't vote. But they are trying to force it on many. And it's up to you, because I feel the same way that your vote don't count, because if it did, a lot of things would change, okay? But I still am a believer that what you want, if you want something to change, you got to make that change. And voting is just one way, but not the best way. I'm gonna put it that way. Okay. Now, Reginald says, I agree. Thank you, Reginald. Ken says, same as Black Lives Matter, same energy. Exactly. Okay, Angela says, hopefully cosmetic been already snatched. Unrighteous brother ADINKRA for years of sacrificing doing the Jason.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just, I don't know, man. I just feel like that a lot of that energy is up right now for us as far as doing those type of rituals, those mass rituals and killing the people.
So,
But we'll see. We'll see in November. Like 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11 was, and then, I don't know about that.
Because what it stands like, they start doing all these like killings and mass shootings from July to November. They call it the Jason month.
Like Columbine shootings, school shootings, all of that. To me, some of that stuff has been faked. I feel like spirit shows me that it's been faked. All right? All right. Should we need to fight for our independence? What you think about that? Should we need to fight for our independence?
I don't know.
All right, y'all. No. Ancestors is handling that as we speak. And y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That don't mean take no bullshit though. Okay? That means let ancestors do their job, but still make sure that you keep yourself geared up and you know what I mean? Make sure you keep yourself, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Warrior Light says, I can't ever say Black Lives Matter. I say all lives matter, especially children lives matter.
I know that's right.
I believe children lives matter. I think when they say Black Lives Matter, I don't really necessarily believe that it's like saying that no other life matter. It's just like, somebody, I forgot who it was, they made a good point. It's just like when they say save the whales or save the dolphins, that don't mean that the other damn fish in the damn sea don't matter, or the other animals in the sea don't matter. Right. They just talk about the whales and the dolphins right now. So I mean, I think a lot of times that it's just a way to agitate, the people that are yelling out and asking for justice to be delivered. It's just a way to agitate the situation when they come up with sayings like that. And when they talk about Blue Lives Matter, nobody was born a police.
Exactly. All right. Reginald, Majestic Rob, what do y'all see going on with the Breonna Taylor case?
They keep asking us about that.
Why y'all, we don't really get into the entertainment stuff, but I mean, I guess we could touch on it a little bit. First of all, as far as I'm concerned, he need to get punished for that. He shouldn't have shot her in the goddamn feet. He had no right to shoot her in the feet.
Brianna, who you talking about?
Oh, I'm thinking.
You talking about the rap?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the rap. I'm sorry, y'all. You talking about the lady who got shot in her house?
I don't even.
And her boyfriend had something to do with it, with the police. But
they shot it. They shot
I'm all thinking of something else.
And he returned fire because they didn't identify themselves. I think if he would have killed the police, he could have beat that case. Or at least left them wounded where they couldn't fire back. He could have beat that case. Well, I'm going
to say, honestly, what I see with that, it's going to be one of those cases where I feel like the police are going to get off. I feel like they feel like it's going to be justified to a certain extent. But then it's going to cause a riot, like a race riot. I mean, not even a race, but police against community. I don't know. I don't see that. I see that it's going to be one of those things where, well, it was a mistake. You understand? That's what I see, Majestic Ra.
And it's funny because I remember in the 90s when they was selling, when crack, the epidemic was like real bad in between the 80s and the 90s. And I remember in Houston at Acres Homes, these people ran up in this drug dealer spot. But the police did, but they didn't identify themselves, and he came out and laid them down, and he beat the case. So I mean, it just depends. I don't know. I think money. Long as your case isn't like broadcast all over the TV, I think sometimes money will get you off.
Okay, so now it says, Reginald says, so we should remain, that's what you mean, right? Integrated and be content. Let me tell you something, Reginald. Right now, honestly speaking, we're more segregated than integrated. Think about it. Think about it. Come on. There's a few select in the white neighborhood, a few select whites in the black neighborhood, right? But majority is black, majority is white, right? Now, when you go out and you see people, like, for instance, when I used to work, when I worked for somebody else, the blacks would always be with the blacks and the whites would be with the whites. You've seen a few select where they will mingle, but majority of the times, you'll see whites stick with whites, blacks sticks with blacks. Don't get it confused. So we're not totally integrated. We still have that segregation thing a little bit. Now, going up in a place like New York, I would say is more integrated because you grow up in a diverse place and you got every other race in the world in New York. But down here in the South, they still kind of segregated. Don't get it confused. They still say don't go across the tracks over there because all the blacks live over there, the whites live over there. So don't get it confused. What are your thoughts on Candace Owens? Isn't that the chick that was talking about Cardi B?
Mm-hmm.
Candace Owens? I don't know about her. I ain't feeling her spirit too much. I ain't feeling Candace Owens' spirit too much. And I don't like what she said about Cardi B. And I don't like that she thinks she's so goddamn politically correct. You understand? And talking about somebody, you know, like Cardi B, like she's just not as intelligent because she doesn't speak the way that she speaks. We all know how to speak proper, Candace Owens. We do know how to speak proper. I feel like Cardi B is a very intelligent young lady. She just gonna be hood and be who she is, and I respect her.
But
for
on
being
top
who
of that,
is.
she has a Spanish accent.
Right?
So it's like, shut the fuck up, man. I don't be like, a lot of times these people, they just think they be on their high horse and they think they're better than somebody, like you said.
You know, see, they think because some people think, oh, I've been to college. Oh, I went to Spelman. I went to Morehouse. I went to that you're smarter. No, that don't make you goddamn smarter. You got some of the smartest people in this world who have never went to college a day in their life. But I just don't like the way she was saying about Cardi B. I'm not feeling it. I was not feeling it. Okay? What gives you the right to say what you said? And I feel like she offended her. I really do. Although she tried to put it in words, whereas, oh, well, I'm just saying they could have got another politician to speak with Biden and that can talk, more educated, really? Okay.
She said she has no education. That's what her comment was.
Okay, she has no education. How the hell you know what she got? You talk to her? Did you sit down with her? You don't know that. You don't know she could have went to college. You don't know that. She ain't got no education. Education don't make you better, my sister Candace Owens. It sure don't. She probably smarter than you. She just didn't maybe she didn't have the money to go to college. Don't do that. I don't like stuff like that. That's how I feel about it, as you see, Reginald.
A lot of these rappers done been to college.
Exactly. And they talk just as goddamn crazy.
A lot of people, they didn't know Tupac had went to college. And so, shit.
I heard, Majestic Ross says, I heard a lot of police officers were retiring because they can't put people in the chokehold no more. Did y'all hear about that? That's some bullshit. That's a lie. Y'all stop believing every damn thing
They can't put people in the chokehold.
You believe everything y'all hear. People, let me tell y'all something. Y'all stay on goddamn social media too much. Get your asses off of social media. Because the social media will drive your ass crazy. I mean, you hear this, you hear that. Some of it is true, some of it is not true. Stay your asses off of social media. What the hell? Come on now, think about it. Does that even sound right? Oh, I'm going to retire because I can't put people in a chokehold no more. Really? So you're going to leave your job. You might have a family, might have some kids.
Might have a pension.
Right. Because you can't put, that don't even sound, somebody made that shit up. That's all I'm going to say. Made that shit up. All right.
They make up a lot of things,
Sierra McDonald says, do you think the world will be back to normal by 2021? I think. I'm not even going to say I think, Sierra. I'm going to say I see. 2021 is going to be like a futuristic type of energy. Like 2021 is going to be a good year. Okay? We thought 2020 was going to be, and it was okay, but 2020 is just the beginning. For those who paid attention when we did our readings of prediction, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Have you all noticed now? Let's get off of the negative stuff. The world ending, the shortage of food. Let's talk about the positive things. How many people are working from home now? How many people are working from home now?
A lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are starting their own businesses because they lost their job and they finally got to start their business. That some people was like, I'm gonna start my business one day, and then when they were out of work, they was like, shoot, I got the money saved up, I can actually do it. And a lot of people are being successful. We have a couple of clients that talk about that their business have taken off and
since they've been
a lot of money since they've been home.
Peace and blessings.
Some people are actually more busier than they were
when they were working.
When they were working.
Right. So now let me tell you something. Let's talk about the positive side. Cause see, remember I told y'all, we're so used to living in a negative world. We're so used to seeing negative things that if you put 20 positive things in front of your face and one negative thing, all you would see was the negative shit. You wouldn't see none of the positive things. And I actually tested that out years ago. I did a thing on Facebook and I wrote 20 things that was positive, one was negative. All they could remember was the negative thing. Now, with saying that, let's move your mind, your subconscious, your thoughts to the positive thing. The positive thing is, with all this corona stuff going on, a lot of people have stayed home. A lot of people are working from home. A lot more people also are bartering, y'all. Did y'all know that? Remember how we used to barter back in the day? Well, it was happening again. So the good thing about it is people are being put into the position to make bigger and better moves in their lives. As you go through this transformation, okay, your whole life is being transformed, okay, for the better, for some of you. For those of you who want to keep yourself in this world over here, your subconscious mind being negative and not seeing the positive of things, and you want to continue that old way of life, let me tell you something. Then you better be prepared to stay in that dimension right there. But if you can see the future, and I'm talking about especially with people of color. A lot of people I know of color are owning their own businesses. Doing their own thing now. Ain't waiting for nobody to do nothing for them. Not no more. You see?
The Warrior Light says, the world may never be the same. Everything has changed. Deep Woods, Sir Doofus Duckface, what up?
Yeah, what happened? You were supposed to be getting some stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Sir Doofus Duckface. Okay. Mocha says, COVID-19 helped my credit repair business. Good night, Barbara. Love y'all. You passed your bedtime? Okay, you sleep well. Kiss the babies for me. Okay, Majestic Wow, hopefully 2021 and the years to come is way better for me than 20. If you hope, it ain't gonna be. Stop hoping. Okay, Majestic Wow, I might give you a chance. When I used to do the radio show, the last couple of years before I ended it, I always used to say, I know all is well. Because if you hope all is well, then you're allowing negative energy to creep into that comment. So you don't want to hope. You hoping for what? We hope. We hope for freedom. Right? God damn it, do we ever get the freedom? Right? So at the end of the day, stop hoping and know. No, Majestic Rod, that 2021 will be a better year. Put it out into the universe. Say it. Say it out loud. I will not deal with any more negative energy. I will not deal with any more toxic people. I will not deal with not being able to pay all my bills on time. I will not deal with not having enough money or being financially stable. That's what you need to put out into the universe. Go outside, stand on the dirt, barefooted, and scream it out to the universe. And let the trees carry it out for you, okay?
Warrior Light says 2020 has been really good to me. I'm almost completely out of debt.
See? So I said it was the beginning. 2020 was the beginning, y'all. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till 2021.
So Doofus Duckface says everything happened.
What?
Everything. He said everything happened. He said I had to dig myself out of a grave.
Shit. Well, that's what you get for not complying with what I told you to do when you had your reading a couple of weeks ago. I said do this and this will happen for you. But you didn't listen. You see, you know what they say, a hard head makes a soft ass. Remember that saying? What your grandmothers, your mothers would say, right? You should have listened. Listen to me. Okay, I'm not going to say you wrong. I am truly a messenger of the ancestors. All right. Reginald says, do you feel sorry for Dr. Dre because his wife, soon to be ex-wife, wants to divorce and try to get to $2 million a month?
I was looking at it. His wife looked like a man.
Shit, she might be a goddamn transvestite for all we know. All right, so look. Do I feel sorry for Dr. Dre? You know, I am one to not judge people based off of what media shows. I don't know Dr. Dre. I never met Dr. Dre. I don't even know if it's true that he was beating on his woman or Michelle A. I don't know if it's true because I never met him. So I'm not going to judge him. I don't know him to say if I feel sorry or not. I feel like this. If
remember he set it out of court because remember he got sued by D. Barnes. Remember from
I don't know that much. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, he beat her up and threw her down a flight of stairs.
Well, see, I don't know.
I think he set it out of court or something. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
But see, that's all on media. I wasn't there. So how we know? How do we? We don't know if he really threw the woman down the stairs.
Yeah, she could have fell.
So what if she tripped and then she said he pushed her? See, my thing is I don't judge nobody until I meet them. Once I meet them, I can read his spirit without meeting him, but I read his spirit in person. With saying that, do I feel sorry for Dr.? No. Only way I'm going to say I would feel sorry because some people be greedy. Now, if I build this empire and you are not part of building this empire, then guess what? You ain't getting my goddamn $2 million. I feel like if she wasn't there when he was down and helping him do what he had to do, as far as supporting anything that he did, and she wasn't there, she don't deserve $2 million.
But this the bombshell she dropped. She said that he changed a lot of that business over to and put it in her name. That's like, remember they said Tiger Woods' wife signed a prenup, and she's told him she'll forgive him and take him back if he tears up the prenup. And supposedly he agreed to change it or tear it up or something, and then she was able to get money.
Well,
I don't know if that's
right now,
I don't know if that's true, but
your and my name is going to be on everything because anything go down 50-50. I'm not greedy for money because I already know how it is. At the end of the day, $2 million a month, if she didn't help him build the empire, she don't get half of the goddamn empire. It is what it is. Next month is my birthday. Hey, Craig Silver. Hey, Yamoja. Hey, sister. How are you? 2020 has been stressful for me. Sierra says 2020. Really? Well, 2021 is not going to be stressful for you. You'll see. Next month is my birthday on the 14th. What's your spiritual prediction for Libras? Y'all Libras. I don't know about y'all Libras. My grandmother was a Libra and she was one of my favorites in the world. My grandmother. I love her. My grandmother.
I never got along with Libra. Every male Libra, I never got along. I don't know why. Libras just.
I don't go by the signs.
I don't know. I never got along with male Libras. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a Scorpio and maybe we kind of.
Scorpio ain't got nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I just never got along with Libras. Now, the female Libras I got along with excellent, but male Libras, I don't know why.
Look here. What do I see for you mean? I'm not speaking for all the Libras because I am not an astrologist, okay? Let me make it clear. I do not do astrology. I am a African traditional healer, bush witch. I'm a seer. I can see. Now, with saying that, Reginald, next month is my birthday, on the 14th. What's your spiritual protection or prediction for me? Reginald, hey, let me tell you something, Reginald. You're a good guy. You're a good brother. But you got some things you need to work on. I'm going to tell you just like this. There's a few things that you have, a few habits that you have that you need to let go of. And you know what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm going to tell you like this. You really need to start kind of embracing the energy of going through your transformation. Because it's sort of like you stuck in this way, like you used to doing things one way, but now you got to change that. You got to change a lot of, not a lot, but some of your ways. You know what I'm talking about, Reginald. Okay? Anything over there?
Cheryl Zachary says, I just wanted to say I had a good day speaking positive and speaking to the universe and seeing myself having everything I am working on, and I have a good day today.
Well, you know, it's important, family, because you have to remember as we go through this transformation, we're going through a transformation with the cosmos, with the earth, with the planets, with everything, with the species. So embrace the energy. And remember, this is some spiritual energy. As we become more spiritual, okay, we have, or we begin to gain more power. And what I mean by that is, remember I told you before, like I would say things, I would think things and it would happen. Well, now it's magnified, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. And I dare somebody to call me goddamn spooked out. So y'all can kiss my black ass, okay? Let me tell you something. I was thinking about the other day, I was out, and I was like, I need to find the net because I'm building another shrine for my mermaid gods, right? So I didn't know where it was at.
He
hold
said
on.
spooked out. What does that mean?
Okay. Wait, hold on, Sir Doofus. Let me tell you. So I came home, and the very thing that I was looking for was on my bed. How did it get on my bed? Now, my dwarf spirits could have brought it to the bedroom for me, right? It was the thought I put out there first. It was the thought I put out there first. You did it? Where was it at?
You're lying ass.
Stop lying. Yeah, that's my grandson, y'all. So it was the thought. I was like, I gotta find it. I come home and it's on the bed. See, this is the type of energy we're in. Now, y'all can say what you want to say. You can say I'm spooked out and Sir Duck, whatever your name is, Sir Duckface or whatever. Look here. Let me tell you something. You know what I'm talking about, especially you. You know what I'm talking about. The power is magnified. So if you already had certain type of powers, now I guess y'all want to know.
He put up aliens.
Who?
He put up an alien.
Yeah, because you're one. You come from one of them planets up there. I think you come from Saturn, Sir Duckface, whatever. Okay, so let me tell y'all this. As you go through your spiritual transformation, it becomes more lighter. Okay, lighter. I like to speak in layman terms so people can understand. As you go through your evolutionary process, it's becoming more lighter and your DNA reactivating, and they reactivating 2 strands by 2 strands, you will begin to gain more power. So that means you will have access to more information in your DNA. Now, I told you all last year, I think it was the year before, we were supposed to do the greens. We were supposed to make sure the spirit and the ancestors said, take off your shoes, ground yourself with earth, become connected, because it's all part of your transformation. So if you already had a gift, it's going to be magnified. Okay? Don't say I didn't tell you so. So it's very important to speak positive in your life. I'm going to tell you like this. It's so important. I'm going to tell y'all, try it for yourselves if you think I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, say something negative or put something out negative out, something, anything negative, and see how quick it's going to come back to you. I'll tell you what, for the next day or two, say I'm broke. And then watch. And then watch.
Yeah, I don't want to play around with that word.
But I'm just saying. I'm just proving the point to y'all.
Y'all don't want to, because
they told us to say
they say my money already messed up.
I'm just saying, watch how, if you got a steady money flow and then all of a sudden you say I'm broke, watch how quick it's going to come to pass. Telling y'all what I know. All right? Now watch this. Put it out in the universe, say I have a headache. Oh, my head been hurting. Your head been hurting, but put it out there. Watch how quick it's going to come. All of a sudden. So the importance of me saying this is for you all to know how powerful your inyama, your energy is going to be now that you're going through a spiritual transformation. And you have to be very, very careful of what you put out there into the universe, okay? Because it shall come back to you. That's why Majestic Rise says, stop hoping and know. That's the type of energy we're in now. Now, y'all can say what you want to say. People, you know, you got the ones who say, well, when my money going to get right? When you stop saying that. When you stop saying when and you know your money's going to be right, if you just be patient, then you got the one, well, I need me about $3 million or $4 million. Well, goddamn it, stop being greedy for money. Because I heard a few Christians say that. And what I have to say to that is, in your Bible, it says the rich shall be poor and the poor shall be rich. That means you will be rich in spirit, going through a major spiritual transformation. And that means anything you want will be given unto you monetarily. So Christians, take that and marinate on that, okay?
So Doofus Duckface says, I'm going to do some grounding tomorrow.
Do some grounding, get yourself outside, take off your shoes, walk in the dirt, walk in the grass, hug the trees, kiss the tree if you got to, goddammit. Kiss the sun, you know what I mean? I was out yesterday, and let me tell you how intertwined I love being with nature. Rod greeted me before he went down. I was in a grocery store. I'm standing in the direction. I seen this flashing. I seen the Rod flashing. And I looked over. I said, okay, good night. Because he was going down. He literally got bright to let me know. Hey, talk to me before you go. Before I go. I'm going to sleep now. Real talk. It got bright. I'm standing at the cashier. We're checking out. And all of a sudden I see him like, hey, I need your attention. It happens all the time. So I'm telling y'all better take this serious. This ain't no joke.
So Doofus Duckface says, my money rising.
All right, so Doofus Duckface. It's rising so goddamn much. Why you had to dig yourself out of a hole? All right, so, all right, Craig Silver says word, sound, and power. That's right. Inyama. Energy. Sound. Power. Words. Spell words. Don't put spells on yourself by using spell words, okay? All right. Hi, or my ancestors happy in the spiritual awakening that I'm having? Alan Johnson, are your ancestors happy? Alan Johnson, I see right now 3 ancestors around you. I see 3 ancestors around you, Alan Johnson. Who's the old man that I see? He's about maybe 6 foot. He got gray hair. His hair almost looks like cotton. And he got a mustache, right? And it looks like, I don't know if he has a pipe in his mouth or something he's having in his mouth. He's standing right behind you, Alan Johnson. Was he a grandfather? Maybe a father? Somebody. He's tall. His hair almost looks, he got gray hair. His hair is like his hair actually literally looks like cotton, like it's in balls, like almost like different balls, but it's gray. And he got a mustache. Who is it? Who is it, Alan Johnson? Tell me who it is.
Sound like you.
And yes, they are. They are happy and they're guiding you. And I hope you have an ancestral shrine altar set up for them. Because you need to start paying homage to them, okay, Alan? All right, let's see how much longer we got.
Zachary said, I dreamt 7 years ago I won $2.5 million in the Mega Million. I'm waiting for my money to come now.
You know,
you gotta you gotta be in it to win it.
That's what my daddy used to say. You gotta be in it to win it. But you know, honestly speaking, family, it would be nice. It would be nice to get millions of dollars, right? I only want $3 million. People say you crazy. I just want $3 million. I need $1 million to open my businesses. I mean, I want to have plazas. I don't want to have just one, but I want to have plazas of business, right? Like you go to the Kroger Plaza, you know, I want plazas and houses paid for everybody and the car paid for. That's it. I don't want a whole bunch of money. And I want to run businesses that'll keep generating money. See, a lot of people want thousands, millions, and millions of dollars. No, I'm good. I don't care about that Mercedes. Yeah, I want a nice car. But I would get, what are you saying, boy? What are you saying?
I want millions of dollars to buy supercars.
You want millions of dollars to buy super. All I'm saying to y'all is that give me my $3 million, the tax-free, I mean after taxes, and I will make it $1 billion. See, a lot of people want money, right? Because they're thinking about all the material things. It's nice to have a big house. It's nice to have the cars and all that, right? But it's nice to be able to have reoccurring money, like money just flowing and flowing and flowing, right? Generation to generation, generation. So really, that's all I want, $3 million.
So Doofus Duckface, make sure you put protection around your baby. Make sure she keeps it on and have it around. He said his baby girl gifts are showing through. I don't know if she understands what she's doing, what she is doing. That's if you're talking about your daughter.
Yeah, you need to make sure she's protected. Okay. You're welcome, Alan Johnson. And Alan Johnson, that was your grandfather? Okay. Is that how he looked? I need to find a way to connect with my grandmother who passes like 15 years ago. Van Decker, you have to call. I do ancestral readings.
You knew you were going to start that.
Cool. I know. I do ancestral readings. But Van Decker, what you need to do is make sure you have an altar set up for your grandmother. And you need to call upon her. You need to pour libations, pay homage to her, call her. Call her outside, call her in the house on the altar. And what you need to do is you need to talk to your grandmother. She'll either come in your dream, and you can even ask her to give you a sign. Are you here? She'll let you know. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you want to communicate with her and you don't get the communication, that's where I come in. And I'll start communicating with your grandmother for you. Okay?
And you got, like, those of you who I was asking, you know, questions about the spirit and the ancestors. If you talk to your ancestors, well, I don't know. A lot of people may not have the gift to see or understand, but those that do, if you constantly talking to them, they're gonna start telling you. They're gonna start responding back to you. They will. Even your spirits. I know a lot of spirits that I work with. They talk to me a lot of times. If I'm at the altar talking to them, sometimes I'll be at another altar and another spirit will show me something to do at their altar. So, if you communicating and doing what you supposed to do and feeding your spirits and talking to your ancestors and feeding your ancestors, they will respond and they will show you and they will guide you, especially your ancestors. But
That's
you got to
right.
go to your ancestors before you go to any other spirit. Go to your ancestors first.
First, ancestors always. Okay, any more questions before we get off of here, y'all? Because I got to go.
He said, Sir Doofus Duckface says, when I, hold on, this is moving now. He said, when I picked her up, a treasure trove purse, I seen a colorless spirit pop up from under it.
Really? You know, because the dwarf spirits are active too. Pay attention.
Yep.
The dwarf spirits are active. Best is active from ancient times, and it's modern day dwarfs as well as the mermaids as well. Okay. What else?
Miss Erica says, I have been working with my on my spiritual path. Is there anything I could do? I took your advice and I have been working with my ancestors, still waiting for them to communicate.
Miss Erica, be patient. They'll come. Like I said, either they'll come in a dream, because they're not going to come appear to you, because a lot of people are not ready for the y'all too scary. Y'all will have a heart attack and the trip running about the room, falling down the stairs and everything else. Y'all too scared. Y'all not ready to see the spirits in form. So a lot of times they will not come. Your ancestors will not come to you and let you, if they feel that you're going to be startled, okay? A lot of times they'll come in your dreams, and you just have to be patient. Keep talking to them. Now you can ask them to give you a sign, okay? Ask them to give you a sign. Are you here? Every time I do it, I get a sign. What?
Oh, you want?
What?
Cheryl Zachary says, when will I get my money? I will help people.
When I get my money.
When I get my money, I will help people in need. I love to, it makes me feel good to give. Hold on.
You ain't never lying. We was out today, was it yesterday, today, and a couple from, where they say they from?
What you talking about? When was at the?
Yeah, it was a man, a woman, and a baby. And they said they were from, where was
Oh, yeah. That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. So they
Romania.
said, Romania. And they were begging for money. He said, I don't have work. And you know, the first thing you're going to say was, well, what did you say? You think they was lying? You think he was lying?
I think he was lying. He had a brand new car next to him. He was standing
How you
there.
know that was their van, though?
It was their van.
How you know? They was just
'Cause I
standing by
know
the tree.
I know it was their van.
Well, see, it don't matter with me, because a lot of times, if they don't do right by the money when I hand it to them, that's on them. Ancestors deal with them because they know my heart.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I still give money. So I gave him some money. And I asked him, I said, why are you not working? He said, well, my father taught me to paint, taught me to paint, and I haven't got any jobs or whatever.
Yeah,
so
he
I
said
gave
it was
him
a
money
tiny
because they
job.
had a baby. And it was a little baby. Was saying that, I know that, you know, whether they use it for right or wrong, that's on them.
Yeah.
But the ancestors know my heart. I always give people that beg for money. When I see them, I'll give them money. If they use it for drugs, alcohol, that's on them. Don't let that be on you. But the most important thing is to pray over the money and ask the money to bless the world.
Yeah.
So when you pray over the money, you give it to them. If they do wrong with it, they won't get no more money. You see? I always tell them, you better do right. If you don't, that's on you. You do what you need to do. I don't care, because that blessing comes back to you. You got to keep the blessing circle.
I just, you know, so I believe in giving money, but I'm just laughing because no, but check it out.
He don't believe in that. He's a cheap ass.
Hey, don't ask me for if a person is. If I feel like if a person trying to run game, I'm gonna test them. If they be like, I'll take anything, 2 pennies, I'm gonna give your ass 2 pennies just to see your reaction. Now, you know, if you get
You
mad,
gonna give him 2 pennies because he's a cheap ass.
now
Okay?
look, remember we was over there with Samin and the lady was begging for money and we didn't all I had was like a quarter and I gave her a quarter. She got mad and threw it at me and cussed me out. Remember?
She threw it on the ground. But I cussed her ass, but then I cussed her ass out.
Yeah, that shit was
I
funny.
told her, why
though.
you go throw the goddamn money on the floor? I don't give a goddamn. You don't be ungrateful like that. But the
Then
point
she
is,
picked it up because you cussed her out.
yeah, but the
I was laughing because it was funny because she got mad and cussed me out.
you know, I'm gonna say it like this. He gave her a quarter because he was a cheap ass, y'all. He cheap. All right. Kim Smith said, can you explain how and when to feed the ancestors? You know, really, you want to make sure you always keep water for your ancestors. A lot of times I'll feed them if they ask me for it. Like last week, my mother wanted some lamb, and it made me think about it. I got the lamb in the refrigerator. I got to cook the lamb for my mother. My grandmother wanted some cheese grits. So pretty much you'll hear, like, one time, Kim, I was craving lamb, and I hadn't eaten lamb since I was little, since my mother would cook it, right? I ain't used to like it that much when I was little, so I'm craving lamb. Like, what the hell am I craving lamb? And then it dawned on me, I got a reading from one of my sisters. She said, your mother wants some kind of meat, and I don't know if it's chicken or lamb. I said, that's why I've been craving lamb. So a lot of times they'll let you know, okay? They'll let you know. Your ancestors, you have to pay attention. You'll feel it.
See, Miss Erica, you say you've been communicating with your ancestors and you haven't got a response. But you saying you're seeing orbs in your house. That could be your ancestors too.
That's
Because
right.
a lot of times they'll show up as orbs. So it just depends. You gotta, you know, you gotta you gotta pay attention to the signs. Some, you know.
But you usually should feed them. Excuse me. Like every day, you can give them something. You could give them something every day. You don't have to, but you can give them something. You know, or once a week, I would say give them something, some
And
water.
I remember
stuff.
when I was young, I used to see orbs all the time, and I didn't know. I didn't know those were spirits I was looking at. You know. And you know, I think subconsciously I'd be a little salty sometimes when people beg for money, because I remember when I was a kid, I was about actually I was younger than him. When I would
Justify why you cheat.
no, this was it though. Look, every time this guy, my dad would always give me money. I would always have money, and every time I see this guy, I give him $2. Sometimes I would give him $5. And I was like 9 years old, and then one day, I'm walking behind these buildings in Houston, and I see this dude. He was by an abandoned building. The dude that always begged me for money, he had a knot like this. Oh, that shit read me so hot, and I was a little kid. I'm not lying.
He's justifying why
he had a knot. Them motherfuckers be having bankroll. They be having bankroll.
It's not your problem though. The
But
problem
listen, he shouldn't have been begging to me anyway, because I was a little kid.
You don't understand. You spiritual. You don't know how this game works.
Oh, I know how it works. I'm just saying.
So how the game work? The circle's got to keep. Okay, the circle is the blessing. So you got to keep the blessing going. So even if the one in the middle circle don't do right, you keep yourself right. So you keep blessing, and if he is doing that, he will be not blessed anymore, and his blessings will go away. You're tested. Sometimes the ancestors will, let me tell y'all some real stuff. The ancestors will send people that don't really exist. And let me tell y'all what I mean by that. I've come across people, especially in New York, and I know they was there. They're begging me for money, right? I would give them some money. I would look back. They would be going like this.
That used to happen to me a lot.
That's real. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say I'm crazy. Y'all can say what the hell y'all want to say. I'm telling you what I know. I will look back like, where the hell did he disappear to? The ancestors will send people to test you. And if you don't pass that test, then that's on you. I'm going to give y'all another example. I was in the grocery store one day, real talk. I was short like $2.50. And the guy, no, what it was, I was short at the cash register, and the cashier, young boy, he had to be about 20-something years old. I think I was short like $25. He covered it for me. I was like, well, I can go over to the bank and get it. He's like, no, I got you. Right? All I had was $2.50 in my pocket cash. I had to go to the bank machine, but he blessed me. Don't worry about it. I got you. Soon as I got outside, let me tell y'all a real story. Soon as I got outside, young man comes up to me. He worked in Walmart. He said, do you have $2.50? I need to get the bus home. I just started working here. I don't have money. He had his uniform and everything. The exact money I had in my pocket is what he needed to get on the bus. I handed that money over because I had just been blessed. I walked out the store. The cashier covered $25 from me. You see? That's the first story. Let me tell y'all the second one. I was getting pizza one day. And I was mad because they burnt up my damn pizza, right?
I remember that.
Because you ain't got no pizza like New York, okay? I don't care what they say. Ain't no place got pizza like back home. So anyway, this is supposed to be the closest place to New York. So he burned the pizza. We waited extra long. So there was a guy outside. He was baking. He was sitting in front of the pizza place. He was hungry. He didn't ask for money. He asked for food. Why it just so happened since they burnt the pizza, they ended up giving us an extra pizza. Now, it wasn't burnt real bad, but it was burnt to my liking. I don't like my pizza crust crispy. So we had an extra pizza. So as soon as we got out the door, they wanted to see, he gave us an extra pizza. Here, you can have it for free, whatever. As soon as we get out the door, he asked us, I'm hungry, can I have some food? Here, take this whole pizza. You see what I'm saying? So we had just been blessed with a free pizza. As soon as we get out the door, we're being tested. This is real. That's why it's not good to be cheap, Brother ADINKRA.
I always give them money.
Don't lie. No,
I just
you
don't give them. I do give them money. I ain't lying. Shut up, boy, if I come over there and
Hey, he don't always give them money. Brother ADINKRA so cheap, he will squeeze the goddamn eyeballs out of the goddamn dollar bill. You hear what I'm saying? He's so cheap.
She's exaggerating.
All right. Ken says, yeah, I always try to give homeless change when I have it, even if they use it for drugs. So I'm saying, don't worry about what they're going to do with it, as long as you do what you're told to do and bless them. Now, if they do what they do, that's on them, because then they won't get no more blessings that day. It is what it is. If they do what they have to do with it, then they'll continue to get blessed. It's the circle.
Sir Doofus Duckface says he got trust issues. Nah, they got lying issues, and that's why.
Who?
He talking about me, because I don't trust him. It ain't that, though. I do give money. She's exaggerating.
I know he
Stop
don't.
doing that, boy.
I always give money. He don't. It's very rare. I gotta say, give me $1 out your pocket. That's the only way he give me money. If I ask for the $1. Give me $1. Let me get that woman $1. Let me get that man $1. I gotta ask him. Otherwise, he will drive by them like they don't even exist.
Nah, when people, I don't know. I think from just growing up in Houston, I turned that switch out when people be like, hey, and I know they finna beg. I don't even look their way. I just keep going.
But he'll spend $50 on some goddamn food, y'all. He will go to a restaurant and spend money on some food, but won't help a poor homeless person.
Hey man, I don't be wanting that. I'd rather just give them the money. I don't want to hear your story about what you got to do with it because they be lying.
No, you don't even want to give him money because you want to eat the money for yourself. Stop playing. Stop playing. He don't want to give him money because he don't like the fact that they be begging. It's not your problem. You bless him.
Anyway, can we change the subject?
No, you don't want to change the subject because you know I'm goddamn telling the truth. Stop being selfish. Shh. You go mind the business, get ready for bed. That's what you do. What time is it?
Calm that hair.
Yeah, get over there because it's time for you to go to bed. Go to bed. 12 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock, almost 1 o'clock.
Exactly. You better pretend like you going to school, even though you got a school break. Go in there and get you some rest.
I stay up all night.
You ain't staying up all night this night, and you don't need to stay up all night this week just because you have school break. Get your butt in the bed. I love you. Good night. All right, family.
Later,
Barbara Del Rey says those millions in paper money will be worthless during the coming depression. Barbara Del Rey, what depression? Why y'all keep talking about a depression? Look here, that's your world. I ain't gonna be my goddamn world. I don't know about y'all, but I am not gonna be in the world of depression. I'm being in the 7th dimension. You coming to the 7th dimension?
Yep. Hey, family. On real talk, y'all gotta watch what y'all let them put in y'all head to make y'all believe, because if the masses of y'all believe, it should come to pass. That's why they make movies like they do on stuff they haven't created yet, so it could come to pass, because a lot of people put their energy into those movies.
All right, family. 5 minutes left because we got to get off of here. What's
So
so funny?
Doofus Duckface says, prescribe him the song by Kendrick Lamar, How Much a Dollar Costs.
What's that song?
See? They agree with me. They say pennies are for millionaires.
What happened?
They said pennies are for millionaires.
That's
Right
not
here.
true.
Shoot, that's
So
how.
what you trying to say? They're
No.
millionaires?
No, that's how.
Copy
What?
and cheat?
No, that's how. What you call it? Got rich. The dude from the mob. What's his name? Because he didn't want to. Nobody wanted to do business with the black people in Harlem, and he say he used them nigga pennies to make his millions of dollars.
Okay, well, where's your millions of dollars at? Because I ain't seen it yet. Because I need to buy
Hey,
it.
I need. Shoot, I gotta get it first.
Well, shoot, you pennies? He said pennies for millionaires. Where your pennies at?
I need some pennies in.
Shoot,
Maybe I
just
need to
my
start
pla-
collecting
look here.
pennies.
I just need to own 2 plazas. I need to own a couple of houses paid for. Don't have to worry about nothing, and a couple of cars, and that's it.
And then
That's
you know how you got your family members that beg. You just ask them for money before they ask you.
Here. Well, at the end of the day, any more questions over there?
No more questions.
All right. Let me make sure we ain't got none on Facebook, because we about to skedaddle up off of here because we got to go. Hey, y'all. We're going to try to come back on before the week is out. But if we don't, y'all get ready, because we're having a launching party of our TV network, okay? It's going to be off the chain. Don't say I didn't tell you so. And if you want to advertise with our TV network, let me just say this. We have over 62 million viewers that will watch our TV network. That means if you have a product, if you have a service, if you have a show, and you want to be able to come on board while we still got 10 slots left, you better hit me up inbox on Facebook or hit us up on YouTube inbox to find out prices, because what we're doing is we're making the prices affordable for 6 months.
The money will be worth it. You
Right.
Pay your money.
Okay?
Do us a favor, family. Share this and hit the like button. Get that
Right.
get this up. Share it on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to share it. Just share it.
Now, this week, the WUNAM television network will be up. And Oprah ain't got nothing on WUNAM. I'm just talking junk. Now, remember on the Radio Up, remember on Blog Talk, when I used to say somebody made a commercial for me, and the commercial at the end it said, Wendy Williams ain't got nothing on Nikki Love. Well, I'm just telling y'all, this is just the beginning. Get in while we're here, because if we get up here, you ain't getting in. Okay?
Get in where you fit in.
That's right. Now, I'm going to say this again. 62 million viewers, and you could watch your show, your ad, your product, your commercial, whatever, on Roku TV, because our network will be through Roku TV, okay? You will be able to watch it there on Apple TV, and maybe, we'll see. Maybe Netflix, but we'll see. But in the meantime, get in now while the advertising is going to be cheap. If you have, like I said, a commercial, a product or service, especially if you got product and services, because when you're talking about 62 million people. So all you need is about 500 people just to see and hit you up for your product or service, and that's money right there, okay? So don't be stupid. Get it while it's low and inexpensive. Okay? I want a team, at least 5 like-minded people that I can build with and travel the world with. Okay, what you laughing at? Huh? Okay. All right, don't let the cats fight. All right, Majestic Wild. So pretty much like we were saying, we're having a launching party next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We might live stream it. We'll see. Maybe we'll live stream it. We'll let y'all know. Okay. But if you're interested in advertising your service, your business, your commercial, even if you got a TV show, if you got your own reality show, remember before when you would be shopping your stuff and you would be trying to get it on Netflix or you would trying to get it on, now you got WUNAM Network. If you got your own show and you're having a hard time shopping it and you can't get on WeTV or Bravo, come to WUNAM Network. We got a spot for you.
That's right.
Got a spot for you. And 62 million people is going to see your reality show. If you got a talk show, 62 million or more will see your talk show. You ain't got to beg NBC, ABC, Bravo, or WeTV or MTV. No more. And that's the good news that's coming in 2021. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. On that note, I think we're going to get off of here, y'all.
Yep. Peace and blessings, family. It was real.
Yeah.
It was live.
Real, live. What else, Brother Dinkra?
I was happy to see y'all, everybody that came and support. We appreciate everybody to come on these lives and give their input. Don't just watch in the background and don't say nothing. If you want to holler at us, just holler at us. Talk to us. Put whatever you got to say in the chat. Even after the show goes off and you see that you missed it, you can still put your questions and comments in there. We might not answer them because we do be busy during the week, but if we have some downtime and we see it and we get a chance to answer, we'll answer it.
All right, family. On that note, like I said, if we don't get on this week, be looking forward to us for next week. And you ain't got to go home, but you get out of here. I'm gonna leave y'all with magic spell, right? Light the fire to burn your desire. In the bed. Huh? No. So this big head. Now get in the bed.
When you wake, you will only for me. I will be your only fantasy. I've got you under my magic spell. 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 Mana. Neka, Aikua, Menua Ten, Kermam, Leturu, and Sekuru.